Former Arlington police officer Ravi Singh is on trial this week for killing Margarita Brooks in 2019. And yesterday in court, her father expressed his pain. He told CBS 11 that he sees this case as another example of why policing needs to change. Troy Brooks testified on the first day of the trial that police should never have been there that day to check on his daughter, that paramedics should have handled the call. And while he's grateful prosecutors were willing to go to trial, he's also become frustrated with the qualified immunity officers receive and the limited compensation available while he's raising his grandchildren. He expressed how he sees parallels with this case and others that have led to community protests. Today, the Texas trigger law goes into effect, banning almost all abortions in the state. And this law, with it comes stricter penalties. Anyone who provides an abortion could face life in prison or fines of up to $100,000. Now, to be clear, the law does allow abortions if the life of the mother is in danger, but the ban does not make provisions for cases of rape or incest. Earlier this week, a West Texas federal judge temporarily blocked a federal law that would require hospitals in the state to provide abortion services if the health or the life of the mother is at risk. The Department of Health and Human Services is reviewing the judge's decision to determine its next steps. The Biden administration is taking steps to preserve the Obama-era Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, also known as DACA. Yesterday, the Department of Homeland Security unveiled a new rule which replaces the Obama-era memo that introduced DACA in 2012. It aims to continue the original DACA policy and takes effect October 31st. The policy allows certain undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children to remain in the country and work in the country. Over the years, that program has protected more than 800,000 of those immigrants known as dreamers from deportation. The federal government is extending waivers for baby formula. Families who purchase formula through nutrition benefits or WIC will able to continue buying substitutes for their regular formula. The plan was set to expire at the end of September, but now the USDA says it will be available through the end of the year. The baby formula crisis started back in February, shortly after a product recall and the subsequent shutdown of the Abbott nutrition manufacturing plant. Abbott says it will cover the cost for families who have to buy alternative formulas. And a Missouri school district is bringing back spanking. Cassville is a small town southeast of Joplin near the Arkansas border. USA Today reports it is asking parents to give written permission to allow spanking of their children. It says the punishment will be a last resort. Most states have outlawed corporal punishment in schools. And a South Texas church has been ordered to pay an undisclosed amount of damages after an illegal production of the Broadway hit Hamilton. The church performed the show without permission. It changed lyrics and added text to include Christian themes. It also included a sermon comparing homosexuality to addiction. The producers of Hamilton say they will donate the money to benefit South Texas equality projects.